Hello, it's Diana Marchand from dianamarchand.com, and I help women lead healthy, happy lives full of passion and purpose. And welcome to this video. What I'm talking about in this video is how I eat differently than most people. I'm going to give you 5 ways that I eat differently than probably most women and even most people that help me to kind of keep my energy, keep the weight off, and keep me healthy. That's for sure, especially in this cold, what they say is the cold and flu season, but I always stay really healthy. Okay, so I got some written down just so I don't forget. Now, these are not in any specific order. I just wrote them down and wanted to talk about them. So the first way I eat differently is definitely I eat when I'm hungry. Now, does that mean that sometimes I eat even when I'm not hungry? Of course. But what I've learned to do is I've really learned to pay attention to, am I hungry? Now, sometimes when you're dehydrated and you haven't had enough water, you can feel hungry. And so I usually drink a lot of water, so that's usually not the problem. But I don't pay attention to time. I eat kind of when I'm hungry. Now, of course, when you're working a full-time job and you have specific breaks and meal times, then yes, you don't have the luxury of saying, well, I want to eat at 11:30 and not 12 when my break is. So you kind of do the best. The thing is that don't eat until you're hungry. So, if you wake up in the morning, you have your smoothie, whatever, you have a small snack, you have some fruit or something, and then you have a break at like 10:30, then, are you hungry? Do you feel like something? And if you do feel like something, but not really too hungry, have something later, like maybe another piece of fruit or something. And then at lunchtime, you will probably be hungry for your lunch. That's kind of what I mean. I'm not saying just wait until, you're starving at 1 o'clock or things like that. But what I do is I don't really eat if I'm not hungry. And I think that's one of the big tricks. I've learned to know when my body really feels hungry, like what real hunger feels like. And that takes a while. That takes a while of getting rid of your food addictions and going over that hump of getting rid of the withdrawals that you get when you get rid of like the starches and the sugars and certain foods that are fatty and that cause like food addiction, make you crave the certain types of food, can even be pop. So you get rid of those, and then you really feel when you're hungry. And that's what I kind of wait for. And most days I really wait. So I may have a smoothie in the morning, like today I had smoothie in the morning, and then I don't think I had anything till 11:30, quarter to 12. I was out and I had a bowl of their soup, which is more like a vegan chili. It had beans and some vegetables and broth in it and tomatoes. So I had that, just a bowl about this big, at lunchtime, and that's what I had. And then I didn't eat again till I came, I don't know what time it was. Maybe it was 5:30, 6 o'clock. Pay attention to eat when I'm hungry. Don't eat just because of the time, right? And another one is I eat, of course, the second one is that I eat a lot more vegetables and greens than most people probably do. Now, and I also eat a lot more super powders and superfoods, which I go into at another video. You can go to my YouTube channel and look for the things that I talk about, the super powders and superfoods and alkaline and acid foods, things like that. And I tell you a lot more about those super powders and superfoods in another video. But so with my smoothie, of course, I put in some green powders, different various that are packed full of oils like essential fatty acids and omega-3s and proteins, of course, chlorophyll, phytonutrients, minerals and trace minerals. So I'm getting a ton of nutrients in the morning along with the fresh greens and the fruit and the water. So really getting hydrated and getting fed. I put a lot of hemp seeds in my smoothie this morning too, because I actually did a little workout this morning before that. So then I filled my smoothie with a ton of really good food in a way that is blended. It's really easy to digest and bioavailable to my body. So my body had a really good hearty drink first thing in the morning, so then I didn't feel like I needed to have anything till lunch. But so I really focus on consuming foods with nutrients, so a lot of vegetables, a lot of greens in my diet, which really helps my skin stay nice. I actually having wheatgrass powder in my smoothie now. I have very little gray hair now. I dye my hair. This is not real blonde, but I do have very little gray hair now. Very odd. I get really dark roots now, so bizarre. Number 3 is that I don't count calories. I don't weigh my food. And I don't focus a lot on portion size. Now, in a way, I'll talk about another thing, how I deal with portion size, but I don't worry about it. I don't focus on it, okay? So I don't worry about those things. That's another thing. I worry about eating the right foods. Number 4 is why I don't have to worry about portion size and counting, is because I eat foods that contain nutrients. So nutrient dense foods that are, I want to say, not always lower in calories, because your avocado, or if I have like a nut or seed pate, a raw thing, it's not that it's really low in calories, but it's a different type of calorie, of course, right? And it's the good fats. So I do consume good fats and coconut oils, quite a lot, I guess some people may think. I don't know, I don't. But that I don't gain weight. They don't lead to weight gain because they help my body metabolize fat and they help my body function properly. But I eat foods high in nutrients, which of course are a lot of vegetables, a lot of the greens, and then the superfoods and the super powders. So when your body receives the proper nutrients, the high quality nutrients, then that is its fuel, that's its food. So then it shuts off, I'm hungry, because it's not hungry anymore. It gets all the nutrients from the food. It's really high in calories. It's all healthy food, bioavailable food, no crap, no toxins on it. And so your body's able to utilize all the nutrients in that food, and therefore I don't feel as hungry as what you might think when you look at actually what I may eat in a day. Number 5. Number 5 is that I actually kind of do portion control in a way, because I use smaller bowls and smaller plates when I eat. I don't sit down and have a huge, unless I'm at a dinner party, for sure. But I mean on a normal everyday for myself. I don't sit down and have a big plate and pile it up. I use little bowls, little plates. I take a bit and I tell myself I can have a second helping. But once I have my first helping, I sit back and I just go, do I need to eat more? I don't rush my food. I don't gobble it down in a stressful way. I sit, I relax more, take a couple breaths, connect to my body, notice how it feels when I'm eating, and you stay calm. That also helps with digestive problems, staying more calm and present. Mindful eating really helps your body digest the food better. You won't get as many digestive upsets, and you also will not eat as much. So that's how I do it. Now, let's say I'll go through kind of what I ate today. So what I had in the morning was that heavy smoothie. I went for a stair workout this morning, just here in the apartment, up and down the stairs for a while, needed to move. And then I had a smoothie full of I put chlorella in it, I put camu in it, I put ashwagandha powder, I put wheatgrass powder, I put hemp seeds, spinach was this morning, pineapple, apple, half a grapefruit, and some banana. And water, of course, and that was my smoothie. So it was packed full of nutrition. And then I wasn't hungry till about 11:30, quarter to 12, and like I said, I had that. I was out, so I had this bowl of a vegan kind of chili. It was really more like a soup. So I had that, and then again, when I came home, I was off somewhere else right away, so I didn't have much time. So what I quickly made was I used farm fresh eggs, organic, free-run eggs, and I mixed it with some fresh greens, a bunch of different kinds of greens, and so I sauteed that up. I added salt, pepper, some coconut oil, and I added some nutritional yeast and chopped dulse. I cut up some dulse in it, quite a lot of dulse, really, really good. And I got this beautiful cabbage this morning, organic purple cabbage. And see these little bowls that I make? I put some of the egg mixture in there, wrapped it up, and ate it like that. And it was so good. It was so, so good. I'm going to do a recipe with these little suckers. Really good organic purple cabbage. So that's kind of an odd meal, what is that? It can be on the go. It was super fast to eat, yet highly nutritious, and it tasted so good. So that is kind of what I ate. And then, that's where I am right now doing this video. I know this is longer, but I really wanted to kind of give you an overall and to let you know that we got to get rid of the way we think about having to have meat, a big starch, and a little bit of vegetables for dinner, and eating 3 big meals a day, all of that stuff. Like I said, what's important is the nutrients that you have in the food that you're eating, how you feel when you're eating, how relaxed you are, so focusing on what types of food you eat, and only eating when you really feel you need to eat. And if you're not that hungry and it's lunchtime, eat a little bit. Don't overstuff yourself, because you're not going to starve to death. Especially if you're not doing a lot of high activity, you don't need as many calories. Now remember that, women, especially as you age, if you do have a lot of weight on, you want to kind of cut back a bit. You don't want to eat to your fuller stuff. You want to eat high nutrient dense foods that are going to make your body say, yes, I'm hungry. Shut off that craving valve so your body doesn't tell you it's craving or it's hungry anymore. You're going to feel better. You're going to have more energy. You're going to feel lighter. All of that stuff. And it's going to help to stop the weight gain and keep the weight off. Okay, that's me. Enjoy my Facebook community, Women Creating Healthy Lives with Passion and Purpose. Thank you. Bye-bye.